It's your boy Darius Clayton. We're here at the Epps Library getting ready to go inside. I have a speaking event for the Boys to Men event. Just give everybody a depiction of my life from in childhood till when I became a man. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll see some or hear some interesting stories from myself and two other men. And it's part of the process. Gotta get it.
For event success promotion. He is the father of one son. Welcome, Mr. Darius Clayton.
How we doing today? Good. All right. First off, I want to give thanks to God for allowing all of His creations to work together under the sun. I'd like to thank Ms. Connie for hosting this event and for seeking me out to come and speak. I'd like to thank my parents, Phyllis and Wilson Clayton, my mom, Phyllis, for showing love and a tremendous amount of support in being the glue that holds me together. I'd like to thank my father, Wilson, for showing me an example of what having work ethic is like. I'd like to thank my girlfriend in the back, Alyssa Barris. She's been by my side for a lot, and she's been a tremendous support. I am the creator of the brand Struggle and Overcome, and I'm also the author of the book The Life You Want to Live Must Be Created. I like to start off all of my events with a quote. So the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the times of challenges and controversy. That was said by Martin Luther King Jr. The difference between a boy and a man. A boy's job is to learn. A boy's job is to take heed. A boy's job is to listen and to use the direction that is given upon him. A man's job is to provide. A man's job is to teach. A man's job is to be a trailblazer so that his kids and his kids' kids can follow in his example. The difference between a boy and a man is that a boy has sight. They see in the present. A man has vision. He sees in the future. So boys have sight. They see in the present, and men have vision where you see in the future. And to me, when I talk about vision, when I talk about the future, I think about purpose. All right, in order to be successful, in order for a man to get to where he's going, he's got to know what's driving his thought process. He's got to know what's driving the mindset. He needs a purpose. He needs something to hold on to. And in order to find your purpose, in order to develop your purpose, you got to have a gift. Everybody has a gift, but you have to tap into it. You have to know exactly what it is that you want to do in life. You have to know exactly what it is that you're good at in life. My purpose, my gift is talking. Because everything that I've ever done in life, whether it's speech, whether it's acting, whether it's me up here talking, it's all just words. So you take that and you use it to your advantage. So you got to have a purpose. You got to have a gift. All right. You also have to have a why factor. A why factor is a source of motivation, all right, that will allow you to keep pushing regardless of the circumstances that you find yourself in. My why factors, of course, it's got to be my mom, right? She's the reason why I started this whole thing. But I also have a son back there. I don't know if you see him. He's the Captain America over there with the red hair. That little guy needs a trailblazer. He needs somebody to show him a route, some direction. He needs somebody to give him some guidance on how to go about living day-to-day life, how to go about overcoming the obstacles that he's going to face. And because I face most of them, the majority of them, I can sit down with him and I can have those conversations. I can have those bonding moments where, hey, son, this is going to happen. You're going to have walls. You're going to have barriers. You're going to have distractions. You're going to have negativity. But if you just keep pushing forward, then one day you'll make it to where you want to go. If you do not quit, you will be successful. And that's the things that I want to teach my son, the things that wasn't taught to me when I was growing up. And he is considered a why factor. And you also have to be obsessed. And when I say obsessed, I'm talking about obsessed about your purpose, obsessed about your goals, obsessed about why it is that you're alive, where it is that you want to be in life. And when I say obsessed, a lot of people that are lazy will use that term rather than dedication. And that's all I mean when I say being obsessed. You're just dedicated, highly dedicated. You're putting all your energy, all your forethought, all your power into whatever it is that you want to be in life. And now I told you before, not to fall in love with the idea, right? Because it could just be a stepping stone. I wanted to be an actor, but I think that was just a stepping stone for me to being a videographer. And I wanted to be a videographer, and I used the camera. Now I have a platform on Facebook where I sit in front of my camera. It kind of gelled together. Don't fall in love with the idea, because it could just be a stepping stone. So when I talk about being obsessed, you have to understand, either you want to be somewhere in life or you don't. And I wish I would have known this at a young age, because I probably would have been wherever it is that I'm trying to go by now. At the age of 15, if I knew these things today. So that's why it's best to teach kids, to teach these boys at a young age what to do, because you never know where to take them. You never know where to take them. So be obsessed about it. When I say be obsessed, put 120% effort into it. But you have to understand that you have to practice macro patience. When I talk about macro patience, I mean you have to understand that whatever it is that you desire in life, whatever it is that you want to be in life, it's not going to come right now. It's not going to come in 5 years. It may not come in 10 years. It may not come in 15 years. Sam Walbert created Walmart, I think, at the age of like 62 or something like that. I read Napoleon Hill's what's the name of the book, Bobby? Think and Grow Rich. I read Think and Grow Rich, and one of the last chapters it says that a man won't reach the sex until between the ages of 40 and 60 years old. So when I talk about macro patience, you have to understand 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it may not happen. Now the test between a successful person and somebody that's not successful is, do you have the patience to withstand while you're on that journey? You also have to have micro patience. Macro patience and micro speed, I'm sorry. When I say micro speed, you have to work each and every day as if it's your last. You have to work hard each and every day as a success. Like he was saying whenever he said when God reached out to Peter, as a success is just right there. Each and every day as a success is just right there. I don't know if you guys ever heard the little analogy where the little coal miner was digging coal, and one day he would just decided to stop, and then somebody else came and just hit it one more time, and all the diamond was right there. Right? You have to work each and every day as if it's your last. So when I say work, you have to read books, right? Because formal education is great, but self-education will take you further than any teacher will ever take you. So you have to read books. You have to understand the mindset of the people that are where you want to be in life, and the people that are where they want to be in life. Does that make sense? How can you place yourself in a situation if you don't know what the situation is? Like, Eric Thomas is where I want to be, so I'll watch E.T. all day. Me and E.T., we the best of friends, and he don't even know me from Joe Jackson. Gary Vaynerchuk, he just don't know. Like, that's like, he's on Snapchat, he talking to me. He's on YouTube, he talking to me, and I'm using his strategies. So you got to read books. You gotta watch. I didn't say watch YouTube, but if you have a man in your life, or a person, a preacher, a pastor, anybody in your life that's doing whatever that you want to do in life, and if they can mentor you, take heed. I don't really have those. I got YouTube. So that's being obsessed, and then you have to understand that the failure is going to come. And that's one thing that I wish I would have known at a young age too, because when I was acting, I got an opportunity to go to New York. And Miss Connie, if I'm talking too long, you just let me know, because I will keep going. So I had an opportunity to go to New York. I went to an expo in Dallas, Texas one time, and they loved the way I act. I placed first place in the monologue competition and third place in the swimsuit competition. Don't get it twisted. I know I'm small, but I got some definition in me, all right? So I placed third place in the modeling competition, and they were like, yo, you can go to New York for this company called Friendly Faces, and, you know, if you can take care of yourself while you're out there, we'll send you on as many auditions as possible. It's like, cool, you know, New York is a really expensive place, so we found a $1,200 a month studio, but it was me and like 5, 6 other people. We decided to get together. It was going to move out there. It was going to be a breeze. It was gonna stay in the studio. Everybody was going to get jobs, and we were going to be rich and famous. Well, toward the end of the road, everybody backed up. They backed out. So, because it wasn't a guarantee. There wasn't no guarantee. There was like, well, I'm not going to take that risk. So I was stuck by myself. And I was like, well, you know, Steve Harvey was homeless for 2 years. Psh, if Steve Harvey could do it, I could do it too. So I bought me a plane ticket, $198 one way. But then, you know, I started looking for like roommates and stuff like that. And there was this one guy that replied to my ad on Craigslist, and he was like, hey man, I live in the middle of Manhattan. And I was like, well, cool. And he was like, well, send me a picture of you. So I sent him a picture, and he was like, oh, well, you look kind of cute. Are you gay, bi, or straight? He's like, it doesn't matter to me. And I looked at a picture of him, and he was like, so I was like, you know what, man, I pass. I pass. But if I would have known that there were going to be failures in my life, if I'd have known that it wasn't going to be that easy, I might have stuck with acting. I might have stuck with LA Entertainment, and I could be somewhere by now. You never know, but we're not going to focus on the past. I'm here for a reason, I think. So there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be walls, there are going to be barriers, there are going to be distractions in your life. But you have to be able to use your why factor to get around those barriers, to get around those obstacles, to make it to your idea of success, to keep pushing, to allow you to practice patience. All right, your why factor is supposed to be stronger than whatever it is that you desire. Does that make sense to anybody? The reason why you want to do a thing has to be stronger than the thing itself. Right? Because I can let myself down. I don't have a problem with it. Right? I've been letting myself down for a long time in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to do a thing and I decided that, hey, it's just too tough. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I want to play the game. I want to go to the strip club. I want to go that much harder to take a break. You know, to put your feet up. When somebody's counting on you, it's that much harder. That little boy over there, he's going to need somebody to give him direction. He can't do it himself, but he can only mimic what his father does. So if his father says, well, you know, I'm gonna just watch TV today. I ain't going to worry about doing this other video. I'm not going to worry about trying to sell these books. I'm going to just chill. My daddy did it. So what kind of example do you want to set? So your why factor should be able to pick you up when you're down. It should be able to keep you going when you're tired. It should be able to help you begin, continue, and end your journey to success. So purpose, failure. We're going to talk about managing your circle now. All right. So when we're talking about managing your circle, when we're talking about your environment. We're talking about the people that you have hanging around you. See, when I was in middle school, I had a couple of friends. You know, in 8th grade, that's when you start getting into the females. Well, it was really the 6th grade, but I started late. So in 8th grade, you really start getting into females, and that kind of developed a little popularity with me because I was chasing females just like everybody else, right? You know, you start cursing, you start being cool or whatever, you start being a big dog, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So you put on the front for the girls. You know what I'm saying? I was this quiet kid, quiet as a mouse, but then puberty hit, bam, you know, girls, we got school dances, they pop lock and dropping it. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get in there. I became one of the boys, so then, you know, I developed a couple of friends, you know what I'm saying, for the wrong reasons, but hey, we were still friends. Fast forward, in the 9th grade, when I decided that I wanted to better myself, when I decided I was going to join the debate team, when I decided that I wanted a future, one of them really called me a nerd. Like my homeboy was like, not even playing like, you know how homeboys we play, you know, we top it up with no, he was like, dude, you a nerd. Like, just straight up. So we just stopped hanging out because I wanted to better myself, and he still, you know, he's got like 4 baby mamas now, he got like 4 kids or whatever. So when we talk about managing your circle, right, I'm going to talk to you guys because y'all look like y'all 15, 16, 18, something like that. Yeah. So when we talk about managing your circle, right, you have to understand, this is what I need you to understand, that there are going to be A, people that you need to hang around. There are going to be B, people that you don't need to hang around. And then C is having to knowledge to differentiate the two. You understand what I'm saying? There are some people in life that's going to keep you with them. They're going to keep you from elevating. They're going to keep you from receiving your blessings or achieving your success. And then there's some people that you need to hang around that's going to take you to where you need to go. Right? And you just have to find out where you are in life. Where you want to be in life. Because being a boy, being kids, adolescents, this is a time for experimenting. This is a time to, and I really hate to say that, but it's the truth. You're going to do whatever it is you're going to do regardless. But hopefully, whoever you look up to, whether it's a father, grandfather, uncle, minister, me, will plant deep enough roots into you that whenever you decide to take off in the wind, you won't blow away because you'll be rooted down, right? By advice, by principles, by some type of conversation that you've had with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to experiment, I understand that. But be mindful that some people only want you to do good as long as it's not better than them. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense? All right, so there's some people you're going to have to let go. Some people are just dead weight. Some people you can't take with you to the next level. Some people, all they want to do is play video games. They want to hop on girls. They want to go to the club, or they want to go to the skate rink, or that's cool, but where is that going to take you? My ideology is to work hard in your 20s and your 30s and in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s to death. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But that's just me. So we're going to move on to being intentional. All right, well, let's go to goals first. We got to have goals. In order to get anywhere in life, you got to have some type of goals, right? And when I say goals, I mean you got to get out and live, right? Get out and live. Goals. So you got to get out and live. So you got to set goals, and goals are pretty much just a measurement to show you where you lack. So I have what I like to call life goals, which is goals that I carry on through the rest of your life. Those are your big goals, your goals that you don't ever think to be possible. Like maybe one day I want to have a couple of $1 million in a bank account. Maybe one day I want to have a Fortune 500 company. Goals like that. And then you have your mile markers, is what I call them. It's just small goals that help you get to your lifelong goal. So let's say if I want to, say I have books, so I want to sell 100 books a month. It'll give me $1,000 a month, and that will in turn help me with my lifetime goal. Does that make sense? So you gotta have small goals, and it just goes back and forth with the macro patience, micro speed. So I have my lifelong goal that I have to be patient about because it's not going to happen overnight. But then I have the individual goals that'll keep me going throughout my lifetime. Does that make sense? So then you got to be intentional, right? And this is where I feel the most strongly about. You have to be intentional about your actions. Nothing in life is going to be given to you. Nothing in life is gonna just unfold itself to you. I was in the book club. I helped Charles Lockett start this book club, and we were having a debate about being intentional about your actions is the only way to make it through your journey of success. And some people said no, and some people said yes, but some people said, well, you just sometimes luck up into things. And even though you can luck your way into a situation, luck is not going to carry you throughout that situation. You can fall into something, but you can't, it's not going to endure throughout the duration of whatever it is that you fell into. Does that make sense? So you can luck your way into a business, but luck is not going to carry your business throughout the rest of your life. Only intentional action. You have to be intentional about your success. So and all intention is putting forth a conscious action. So when my homeboys was playing football and they were throwing football and shooting the basketball and playing baseball, I chose to get into acting, right? Because I wanted to. That was my way out. I chose to join the debate team. I wanted to be able to talk. I wanted to articulate. I wanted to have a decent, intelligent conversation with people of my peers and people outside of my peers, right? I chose to pick up a camera to start making videos. I chose all of these things. I made the intentional choice to better myself. You don't just intentionally or unintentionally do a thing to make yourself better. Like, you don't accidentally, get better. You don't just accidentally get wise friends or friends that are smarter than you so that you can learn. That's not stuff you do on accident. You have to decide. It's like love, right? When you first fall in love, you got that Google Gaga stage. She knows about that, right? And everything's just so happy, and we're just so in love, and it's the small kisses, the big kisses, and then all of a sudden everything starts getting the same. You get over it, right? You have to make a conscious. A lot of people say love is that emotional feeling that you have, but actually love is a choice. You see what I'm saying? So once the Google Gaga phase is out, you have to make a choice whether or not you want to put up with the person that you're with for the rest of your life. It's the same thing with intentions. You have to make a choice. Do you want to be successful or do you not? It's that simple. The concept is really simple. Do you want to be successful or not? Because if you do, then you're going to make the intentional actions that it takes for you to become successful. Does that make sense? I know I ask that a lot, but it's you either want it or you don't. And as simple as a concept as it sounds, it's really hard. It's really a burden because you have to master these steps as far as being purposeful and being obsessed and having a why factor and overcoming failure and choosing your friends. These things all play a part in becoming successful. And the reason why not everybody is successful is because not everybody can handle it. Not everybody is equipped. Not everybody is molded to handle what's to come in the future. Okay, and then, so the last one is going to be to believe. You have to believe in yourself, right? Because all of this is not possible if you doubt yourself, right? So if you don't, nobody cares. You understand that? Nobody cares. So when you're with your homeboys and you fail class because you decided something else is more important, they're going to laugh at you. They don't care. Right? They may, oh, dang, that was messed up, but they still going to live their life. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to care about you the way you care about you. Right? Nobody's going to do any work for you. So you have to do the work. You have to hold yourself accountable for the things that you do in life. You have to believe in yourself. Because nobody else is going to believe in you more than you. Does that make sense? Yep. So if you lack faith, if you lack confidence, and you let that derail you, that's on you. The life is still going to go, regardless if you make a decision to do better, regardless if you believe in yourself or not. Life is still going. Time does not stop for nobody.
It's real.
So you got to get your stuff together at a young age. You have to believe in yourself. And trust me, I know there's fear. You're going to be scared and things of that nature, but you got to keep pushing forward, right? So you got to believe in yourself because nobody else is going to believe in it for you. You're going to get negativity. Your parents are going to tell you, well, nobody in the family has ever done this before, so you can't do it. They're going to say, oh, well, it's a little bit too hard for you. I don't want you to, I don't want you to go out there and try and you get your feelings hurt. A lot of people are going to tell you to do things because they couldn't do whatever it is they want to do in life themselves. So in order to justify why they couldn't do it, everybody can't do it. Yeah. Does that make sense? Because I couldn't do it. I know he can't do it. So I'm not even, I'm going to do you a favor. Don't even start. Don't even start. But why would you listen to somebody that is not where they want to be or somebody that is not where you want to be in life? That makes sense? That's right. So, and I'm wrapping up, but diamonds are created through pressure. Diamonds are created through heat. Diamonds are created through cuts. but once a diamond is created, it can't be broken again, right? So there's 400 and trillion to 1 are the odds of you being born. Just 400 and trillion to 1 are the odds of you being born. I'm not going to get into details about that, but that's a gift within itself. Right? That's you on accident. You were here because you swam faster than somebody else. You're here today. So what are you going to do with the one chance that you got? There's like 400 trillion other people that could have been here instead of you, but you're here. So do something about it. All right? The life you want to live must be created. If you want it, it's yours. Take it. It's that simple.
Okay.
Alright, there it is, folks. It was Boys to Men Spotlight event. You've seen different speeches, you heard my speeches, and it all just boils down to being intentional about the things that you want in life. Either you want to be successful, either want to be happy, either want to lose weight, either you want to explore the world or you don't. The choice is up to yours, and it's up to intentional actions to get from where you are to where you want to be in life. Things that I touched on today were the principles found in my book: purpose, having a gift, your why factor, failure, managing your circle, believing in yourself, goals. All those things put into place, put into action, will take you to and through your journey to success. So the life you want to live must be created. If you want it, it's yours. Take it. It's that simple.